Hello, I'm Mary Gordon from Roots of Empathy. I'd like to speak to parents about their important role of speaking to their children about racism. We live in incredible times, and your children are witnessing things that you wouldn't have imagined they would see in their lifetime. So we have an opportunity here to talk to the children, to listen to the children, your school-age children, about what they're thinking, about what they're seeing. And it's interesting that we always realize the power of the parent to help the child come to terms with the world that is. But now is the time that you can have really important and deep conversations with them, those awkward conversations. So when we tell our children that we worry about what's going on, we're concerned, when we talk about what's unfair, all ages of children can understand the issue of racism from the concept of unfairness. If we position our discussions around what's fair, we have a very strong starting point, because children do understand that what hurts my feelings is likely to hurt your feelings too. This is the whole premise of empathy, that if children are able to understand how the other person feels and to feel with them, that we have affective empathy, which is very powerful. And on the other hand, if you help them with perspective taking, understanding what might the other person's position be, that's the cognitive part of the thinking part of empathy. You put those two things together, you've got a child who's on the road to moral courage. Moral courage requires empathy. And these days require you to be the leader for your child, to give them the chance to say what they think with no audience, to know that you're going to receive all of their questions without judgment, because they're going to go out one day, and hopefully in the foreseeable future, and they're going to be involved in conversations or see episodes of racism. And if they haven't had a chance to talk to you about this before they're exposed and on their own, they might say things that they would regret. They might do nothing, which they'll definitely regret. But if you talk about standing up and speaking up in circumstances that are at home and safe, they have the experience of knowing that you would support their standing up against injustice, that you would be happy and proud of them if they spoke up when there was cruelty, the cruelty of racism. Children understand from a bullying position what racism is all about. They might not know the word, but if you can help them develop the capacity to understand the injustice of racism and to find their voice to speak up and say something or do something, not to be complicit by being a bystander, you have done not just your child a favor by helping make them the kind of person you'd like to be, but you've done the world a favor, because we need this generation of children to stand up against racism. That is the only way that things will change. And your child is tomorrow, and you are there today.